pro number 4 is deep discounts, the collective buying power. The pro number 5 here is the power of packaging. Power of packaging. And so we've talked a lot about this on our Thrive 15 episodes.
Yeah.
The Tiffany box theory versus, the Kmart bag. How does that play into the branding and the packaging of, buying a franchise?
Well, Michael Levine, one of our Thrive 15 mentors, he came up with the Tiffany theory, which is the idea that anything that is packaged in a Tiffany box, let's say, will have a higher perceived value than if you package the same piece of jewelry, the same piece of product in a Kmart bag or box. It's just because Tiffany has a higher perceived value than Kmart does. Well, if you go into a Subway, they have like awesome menus. The napkins have the Subway logo on it. They've got the nice logo in there. Everything is duplicatable. Everything is systemized. They have nice print pieces. They have little things like an NCAA tournament promotion or a Star Wars promotion they have going on. Well, you walk into Subway, they're saying right now for a limited time you can get a Star Wars cup with your purchase of a sub. And I'm going, I just spilled, I think. Billy, that's live. That's live right there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this under here, underneath my desk right here. Boom.
Okay, I don't know. I didn't even see it.
Here we go. No big deal. Moving on. But anyway, you see this right here. If I walk in with my Wookiee and they go, "Sir, are you interested in the Star Wars, in the Star Wars cup?" I go, "No. Why would you think that?" And they say, "Oh, because you have a Wookiee notebook." Sure, I'll take a Star Wars cup. So what you end up doing is you end up going out there and you end up buying, the Star Wars brand. People will go to Subway right now because they have the Star Wars themed stuff going on right now. So as a local guy, you can't just draw a Wookiee on all of the cups and go, "Hey, you guys want a Wookiee cup? I drew this myself with a purchase," because you're not licensed. And furthermore, you couldn't get licensed because you're one store and you're trying to negotiate with the Star Wars, Disney, Lucasfilm, team to get a license for nearly on. And they say, "How many customers do you see a week?" "Oh, about 20 a day." I mean, you're just not going to get the Star Wars licensing agreement. Whereas if you're a Subway, you are. So the packaging is just so important. It's awesome.
Okay, so the power of packaging, major pro number 5. And we're getting into the major pro number 6 here.
I feel like a little boy where I spill all the time. It's like dangerous. I try to, I'm just going to have to lean over here.
Okay, just quickly.
Moving on.
Okay. Number 6, major pro number 6, real estate experts are available to help you with site selection guidance. Tell me about that. Hold on. You said you started off the training saying that you have not bought a franchise.
True.
Okay.
Although I've helped sell many.
Yeah, helped sell many, but not bought one yourself.
That's right.
And so you haven't had anybody to help you with this site selection guidance from a franchise corporation. How important is this?
Okay, let me just tell you a story. Back in the day, I got my first lease. I was so excited because my wife was like, "Baby, we can't office out of the house anymore." And I'll put a picture of it on the screen here. But we used to have a house where it was 6,000 square feet. And it's like one half of the house was where all the employees worked. The other half's where we lived, and it was connected by a sky bridge. And it was a sweet deal, I thought, because I'm a dude, And my wife's like, "Hey, maybe it's kind of weird that we have 20 dudes who work in our house." And I'm like, "Whatever. That's not weird. That's, Well, eventually, happy wife, happy life. I realized that my wife was not happy, so I needed to make a change. And so I decided to lease an office space. Well, I signed a lease, and I remember meeting with this guy. I won't mention his name, but I want to, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to fight the urge, show some emotional control here. But what happens is I end up leasing the space, and on the line it says it's going to be like $6,000 a month, let's say. I think it was like $6,000 a month. And I said, "Is there any other costs?" "No, there's not," he says. And it's a document about this big. It's like you're signing a mortgage or something. He's like, "No." I said, "There's no other costs?" He goes, Nope. I said, "You initial here, sign here, it's $6,000 a month, and every year it'll go up by 2%. I'm like, "Okay." So then I send it over to an attorney. He looks it over. He says, "It's all good." Well, the attorney didn't look it over. That dude was BSing to me. So I'm working there for probably 6 months, and I get a bill in the mail for like $20,000. And I'm like, "What is this?" And they said, "Oh, well, that's for the common area maintenance, your share of it." And I said, "What?" And they go, "Well, because we don't have a lot of tenants right now, our utilities are such, and you guys are liable essentially for 10% of those annual utilities, and so you need to pay $20,000 right now." And I was like, "How did that happen?" They go, "Well, it's just we had a lot of tenants move out, and you're on the line for 10%, like we said in here in our agreement," or whatever it was. your pro rata share of your. Well, long story short, if I was working with a franchise, they would have caught that for me because, again, it is in their best interest for what? For me to succeed, right? So they want you to succeed because if you fail, it goes on their FDD, your shared resume, and it impedes their ability to sell future franchises. They want you to be successful. They are literally in the same boat with you, rowing with you.